notice here in the channel box, what's available and showing is the locator for the camera. Okay, so watch what's gonna happen next. Here's my parent constraint. Right, again, the parent constraint is under constraint, parent constraint, option box. You need to click on the option box. In here, right, with the locator being the last thing that got selected, as you can see here again, I want to turn off maintain offset. Don't ask me why, just turn it off. Basically, if you turn it off, it will always make sure that the locator will snap onto the camera. If you have this off, right, maintain offset, that means that if your locator is sitting, say, right around here, right, let's see, if your locator is sitting here, that means that once you do the constraint and you hit apply with the maintain offset checked on, the locator will always stay this far apart. But you want the locator to be just stuck and snapped onto the camera. That's basically what I'm saying. So basically you gotta turn this shit off. So again, I'm gonna select the camera because I don't want the channel box for the camera to be highlighted. Shift select the locator because I want the locator, its channel box, to be highlighted to represent that a parent constraint has been applied. So parent constraint, turn off the maintain offset, hit apply. You will notice how the locator snapped onto the camera, right? It just moved from here to here. That's how you know you did it right, along with the fact that if you look under the locator for camera, right, the locator, it's blue or teal colored, light blue. So its values are locked in terms of it's being locked with a parent constraint. So whenever I move the camera, okay, watch the camera, you notice that the camera, there's no color. Like I said, that it should never have color. If I move the camera, say translate Z 209, if I shove it back, you'll notice that the locator followed it. If I grab the locator, it also updated its translate. So if I move the camera, okay, so if I select the locator, you'll notice it says here translate Z 300. If I grab the camera, if I shove it forward, right, and then I select the camera, you'll notice that if I select the freaking locator for the camera, you'll notice that the translate Z, it updated with a lower number since it's constrained to the camera. Right, so there. That's what that was. All that rambling was about, but I had to explain it. A lot of tutorials don't explain about the maintain offset and stuff. It just leaves you guessing, like, okay, I'll just follow along, but at least I'm trying to explain it. Anyway, so from here, right, since we had that locked in, next thing I want to do is, oh, so if you take a look here, focus distance, right, grab the camera. It's interesting. Yeah, okay, never mind. So from here, what I'm gonna do is I need to introduce something new. Windows, where the hell is my node editor? Right, Windows node editor. I repeat, Windows node editor. This is the node editor, right? Don't panic since this is new, just don't panic. We're gonna be plugging some things into other things with the node editor. Okay, node editor is here. Next thing you need to do is go and grab this distance dimension 1, right? You'll notice that you don't really see it. Something way down here, but it's invisible. So distance dimension 1, I have that selected. And then I'm going to find this. Input output connections. I'm just going to click that for the distance dimension. Okay. You'll notice this. Let me get this out of the way. Right. This here is what you call a node system. These are nodes, right, with their own little properties and things that have their own little inputs and outputs. Right. I'm just showing it. The reason and the importance of why a node system is so powerful compared to something like a layer system, which is, for example, like Photoshop or After Effects and stuff. Those are like a layer based system. This here is the best of the best, which is called a node based system. Anyway, so this distance dimension tool, right, you don't have to expand these, right? The way you expand that is like these, click on these guys right there. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Distance dimension shape, which is from this, right, which I put this over here by selecting that and then clicking on that, right? But I also brought in over this stuff. Just ignore that. You want the shape. Alright, so I have that here. Okay. Next, I'm just gonna click outside. I'm gonna select the camera, the render cam, and I need the attribute editor for the render cam. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab my I'm not gonna grab the distance dimension shape. I'm not gonna grab it, because if I grab it, I'm gonna lose the attributes for the camera. So I need the attributes for the camera, but I also need to grab this and shove it in here, and I'm going to show how to do that. So make sure you have the camera selected, right? Make sure you go to the R node tab, and as a review, make sure that you have your depth of field on. Okay, all of that, all the way down this one. What I'm going to do is do not click on this, right? All I'm going to do is hover over the distance dimension shape, okay, and then I'm going to click on this little bar. I'm going to zoom in. See this little bar? I'm going to click on that. I'm going to also click on this, right? So you see all three, click, 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 expand the whole thing. Obviously I lost the attributes for the camera, so I'm going to select the camera again. With all of this open, this distance, right, which is the distance measurement, this whole setup, I'm gonna hover over the distance, right? I'm gonna middle mouse, click on it. You'll notice it turns immediately into a plus sign. See that? It turns into a plus sign. See, I'm holding down the middle mouse and I did not let go. So again, what I did was I hover over distance, and I'm gonna just middle mouse click on it and hold the middle mouse button. I'm gonna middle mouse click and hold. See, it turns into a plus sign. I do not let go of the middle mouse. Then I'm gonna, while I'm pressing and holding the middle mouse, I'm gonna shove it into the focus distance. See how it's all dotted dots and a rectangle? I'm gonna hover over it, and then I want to let go of the middle mouse. Voila. So then basically now you have a rigged system. Anyway, I'm gonna close that now. So you will notice this is yellow. That's how you know it's good. And you notice here there's a little thing that's going on. Okay, let me go back. If I click on these, it'll take me back. This is like before and after tabs, forward or back tabs. Anyway, so you notice focus distance yellow, right? If I move the camera, the focus distance updates. If I move the camera forward, the focus distance updates. So that's what that whole gig was. From there, all right, let's do a render. I'm gonna go, first I need to save this, Control Shift, 1 second. All right, so I saved it. Now I'm gonna click on the render view, which is the clapper with the eyeball. Make sure this is set to render cam. Right. If you do not see it, if you do not see the render cam, right, make sure that it's not set to hidden. Okay. And if this is still not showing, you press render on any one of these, like for example perspective, and then once it's done rendering, it should refresh and show up again. Anyway, I select the render cam shape. I'm gonna do a render. Control U. So that took 3 seconds. Right. I'm gonna take a snapshot. Camera icon. There's my snapshot. I'm gonna click on it so it's blue. Under comments, I'm gonna type out baseline render with no depth of field. Okay. I'm gonna unclick it. I unclicked it because if you do another render, while this is highlighted in blue, it's not gonna show it being updated. All right. Wait a minute. No, I do have it turned on. Uh-oh. Why is it not blurry? What the hell? What the hell went wrong? Okay, what the hell? That should have. Oh no, okay, never mind. I did. Everything's good. And all right, so focus distance is set. We have enabled depth of field, aperture size. So this is what you need to also turn on. This is important. So aperture size is what's gonna make the magic happen and show the blurriness. Usually, like in our specific use case scenario, right? Meaning that this measurement distance, right, from whether it be the subject matter or whether it be the distance, right, in general from the camera, and also in relation to the focus distance, it's the scale is by centimeters, so it's basically real world scale. So if your model is way smaller, like say like about yay big, then obviously I think from what I remember, the measurements will be totally different. Wait a minute. Or there could be variables in terms of how much of it the blurriness kicks in, I think. Also because depending on the size. Right now, this size is closer to real world scale. This Bomberman is about 3 foot tall. This